This is Randy Bell with the Courier podcast, the place to come for the latest Clinton news. The bear sightings reported in Clinton in April and more recently around Utica should come as no surprise, especially at this time of year.
What you have is young males that are dispersing from, the sow that's raised them up until, this point in their life.
That's Anthony Ballard, the black bear program leader for the Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries and Parks.
They're about a year and a half old, and they're out on their own for the first time. They're roaming, tens or hundreds of miles this time of year looking for basically a place to call home.
Ballard says that's why bears are being seen in areas where they're not as common.
Almost always it's those young males. I kind of compare them to teenage boys. They've got that long, lanky build, and, they're following their nose and just don't have the experience to know how to avoid people.
He says the bears have a sense of smell that's 7 times better than a bloodhound.
That's why it's so important to us to convey that messaging about putting up attractants that could possibly, bring a bear to your property.
He says that includes pet food, bird feeders, and barbecue grills. Black bears normally are shy animals.
There's never been an attack. There's never been a fatality or an injury caused by a bear here in Mississippi.
But he warns that feeding a bear intentionally can cause it to lose its fear of humans, creating an extremely dangerous situation. The animals were once plentiful in Mississippi, but overhunting and the loss of habitat reduced their estimated population to fewer than a dozen in the 1930s. However, black bears recently have been making a comeback. The current estimate, which is more than 10 years old, is between 150 and 300 bears.
We've got some updated numbers, but we're currently going through the final stages of kind of making sure all those are good, and we're hoping to have those new updated numbers coming out over the summer. The growth rate of the population, I would say, is very healthy.
If you see a bear and want to report a sighting, you can go online to do so at www.mdwfp.com. Use the menu at the top of the page to find the Wildlife and Hunting tab and then click Black Bear. But if you need assistance with a bear, there is a phone number to call.
If there's some kind of urgent issue that is more pressing than just reporting a sighting, we have 1-800-BE-SMART, which is our 24-hour hotline.
The Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries and Parks also encourages the public to use the website www.bearwise.org, which is aimed at helping people, businesses, and communities coexist with bears. I'm Randy Bell.